So this cardboard display that they have underneath the lid, I thought, great, this is going to be a nightmare to get off. You know, they glue it on. But I was surprised to see that it comes right off because it's held on by magnets. So that was a pleasant surprise, quite honestly. All right, we're ready to fire it up for the first time, and I thought I'd bring you along for that, just in case there's any catastrophes you could witness my demise. One thing that I did see online is this grate on top of the hopper. People complained about that they couldn't get in there to straighten the pellets out, and they kind of bank on one side. So they either took it out or cut a hole in the middle, but I thought, without, you know, raping the machine, I'm just going to use a dowel so that I can mix the pellets to where they need to be. And we're going to do our burn off. And I'm going to tell you, this is something you definitely want to do because the dome, the grates, there's a lot of manufacturing oil on everything, and you certainly don't want that in your food. So let's press the start button, power button, and see what happens. First time, guys, so it doesn't work. You're my witnesses. Well, it turned on and the fan's running. Oh, and I wanted to mention about the searing cover. When you put this lever in, you have to put the handle in through this way. That's just the way it needs to go. You'll never get it in with all these 90-degree bends. Now that we've got this going, we're going to press the prime button, and we're going to wait until we hear some pellets drop in the fire pot. This just spins the auger just a bit faster than normal. For the burn off, I'm not putting the meat probes in. I'm going to wash those by hand because I'm going to get this thing cooking and smoking, and yeah, we're indoors. It's just too cold out to put it outside. I can smell the igniter is hot. Yeah, the probe temperature is 20 degrees. It's cold. Oh, and those two little C things, they go here and one on the other side. And I guess that's probably a stop for if you have the folding shelf on the front. So it literally took probably 3 to 4 minutes holding the prime button down to get the fire pot with enough pellets in it that the igniter could get it going. And now I think we're at that point because obviously you can see the smoke. So we're going to turn this temperature up to, I'm going to go to 400. So on this model, you push the button in and then you rotate it, and it actually is 5-degree increments. Lowest temperature is 180. Highest is 500, I believe. So at 400, it's still adjustable by 5 degrees. Push a button again, set your temperature at 400. And yeah, we got a lot of smoke going now. I'm not sure why I didn't get the explanation, but they did say that when you're starting the grill, to make sure you have the lid open. I'm not sure if there's some kind of gas buildup, and I actually did see one explode. The video was crazy. The guy had it on his front porch, and yeah, it was incredible amount of smoke, and then boom, and the lid blew open, and it wasn't a pit boss though. It was one of the ones I chose to not buy. All right, let me get the camera off the stand. So I have the searing grate open. You can see the flame down there. It's doing its thing. So we're gonna let this go. They recommend 45 minutes. I'm gonna do an hour because there's such a large amount of oil on everything. The fan is blowing. Everything is looking good so far. So I'm gonna shut the lid, and we'll be back soon. All right, guys, we started this at 4:58, and right now it's 5:12. 20 degrees in my little garage. I'm not sure if you can see that, but we are up to 400 degrees. So what's that? 12, 14 minutes it took to get the internal temperature of the barrel up to 400 degrees. They recommend the burn off 30 to 40 minutes at 350 degrees, but I really want to make sure it's burned off. Once the burn off is done, I'm going to remove the grates, take them inside, clean them up real good with soap and water to make sure before I put any foods on them. But yeah, that's, oh, and the bottle opener, by the way, goes here with the smaller screws. So yeah, it seems to be doing its thing. It came up to temperature much quicker than I thought it would. And right now it's baking the paint, it's cleaning off the oil. There is a shutdown procedure, and I'll give you a heads up on that in a second. So this is what they recommend to shut the grill down. Press and hold the power button for 3 seconds to turn the unit off. The grill will begin its automatic cool down cycle. The auger system will stop feeding fuel, the flame will burn out, and the fan will continue to run until the cool down cycle is complete. Once the shutdown cycle is complete, fan turns off, unplug the power cord. So that's pretty easy. Alright guys, if you hung in here this long, yeah, I'm surprised. But tomorrow we're going to do the ribs. I may make another video on how that turns out. I probably will, because the first cook, if it's a success or fail, we'll see. And I'm going to make some refried beans as well, something recipe-wise that I learned when I lived in Arizona. And you guys enjoy your night, stay warm, and we'll talk soon. Take care now.